Welcome to Our Wildlife. Today we are stepping away from the campground. Let's go explore Fort Macon. If anyone ever had muscadine wine, I don't drink alcohol, but I used to. Muscadine wine is really sweet. It's good though. Give it a shot if you haven't yet. Oh, the little blue stem. Yeah, these types of trails are cool because you'd be surprised how many native plants and things live along harsh conditions. Ooh, the sand is warm. Along the coast like this, yucca. But always fun doing stuff like this, kind of just seeing some of the ecosystem and how it all comes together and crazy how it survives in this environment. Coming out onto the point here, as always, anytime you're on an inlet, it's going to be super dangerous with the current, so just be careful. Oh yeah, you see dangerous currents right there. Where we were in Topsail, people, like I said, people drown on that point all the time. Actually, I think another one just happened, if I'm not mistaken. Blocked off there by the Coast Guard. And right here on the point, some good fishing. We just arrived at Fort Macon State Park, and it's a hot one today, so we started off by taking a quick dip into the sound side before heading over to hike a trail. Digging down into the little marsh water. Gross looking water. Got a little bit of beach time in. Maverick took a little bitty swim. Felt pretty good out there. That sand is super hot though, so we're gonna try to hit this trail. Looks like it's a little better covered, and there's a little loop one that we saw at the front that we're gonna try to hit as well. That came across this big old squad right here. Gang. Hi, beds. But when you think of Fort Macon, when you hear Civil War Fort, I typically picture like a battlefield or something, but this one's a bit different. It's just a big pentagonal stone structure, just kind of sitting here right between the ocean and the sound. This thing was built around the 1820s after the War of 1812. It basically exposed how unprotected this coastline was. The idea was to guard the port of Beaufort, which is right across the waterway. It took something like 8 years to finish, and then a year or two after it was done, the Civil War started, and this place became a real flashpoint. Confederate forces held it, Union forces came in from land and sea, and after about 11 hours of bombardment, the garrison surrendered. But the pups don't care too much about that, so we're going to head over and start our hike on the Elliott Coues Nature Trail. It runs along the sound side of the island, kind of tucked away from the fort itself. Since the pups are with us today, we can't go inside the fort. But for reference, Elliott Coues was an army surgeon and naturalist who spent time in this area in the 1800s, cataloging the bird and plant life of the coast. This trail is named for him, which honestly feels right because the whole thing just feels like someone's paying close attention. It's not a hard trail at all, really flat, easy walk. There's dense shrubby growth on both sides, wax myrtle, yaupon holly, stuff that's all bent and shaped by the wind off the water. So enjoy this hike with us, and if you're camping anywhere near the Crystal Coast and you haven't come out here yet, it's definitely worth the drive. Bring the pups and give yourself a morning to explore. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much love, and let's wander on to the next one.